Hello, everyone. Do you guys remember where we left off last time? Or I'll take you through it again. First, I expect all of you have a folder because last time we ended with making a folder. Do all of you have a folder? Sure. And so, do you guys remember the video game analogy? S- Okay, since I see some new faces, I'll be starting again. So, how many of you like playing video games or mobile games? So, can you imagine a game without checkpoints? So if you come across a game like that, you either, if you mess up somewhere, the game will remain messed up. Or if you want to start over, you'll have to start over from the beginning. Instead, if you have checkpoints, you can start off from a relatively close. To use Git, you need to know a few basic commands. The first one is git init, which initializes your Git repository. That means your this tells you this is the folder in which you're going to save your checkpoints of your code. Next, you can start off with creating a few code files. Touch command is used to make any kind of files in your uh, folder using the terminal. You can say touch hello.py. So this creates a file. Now you can write some code in this file. Now, once you're done with that, you can add your files which you want to track by using git add. Either you can type the file name or you can put a period, which will save all the files. So you don't have to type each file's name. So once you're done with these are the files you want to keep a track of. After that, if you're satisfied with the changes you made in your files, you can commit them by saying git commit, and you can leave a message saying first commit. So this creates a checkpoint. After this, now suppose someone now suppose you give your laptop to a kid and the kid deletes the file. Okay, the file is deleted. Now suppose you want the file back. You can say git checkout, git checkout minus f. It takes you back to the last commit. That's the last checkpoint. So you have your code back. Or if you type some code just which you don't want to be which you have not changed or not have intended them to be changed, you can get your progress back again. See, those files are gone. The unnecessary code is gone. Now, from here, you can do a few more things from this. That is like, next you add more code to your files. Again, you can save it again. You'll follow the same process, that is git add and again git commit. And you can see all of your commits by saying git log. So you get a list of all the commits that you have made. Suppose you have saved a change that you didn't want to save. You can go back to your first commit again. So you can do that by taking this value. This is called the commit hash. You can paste this value and go back to your first commit again. So now this you went back in time. That is after you made a commit, the first change, then the second, then the third. Now you wanted to go back to the first commit again. Hence you went back in time. But since you went back in time, you cannot change in the same branch. So you make a new branch out of it. As you can see, Git suggests us to make a new branch from the change. You can use this command. You can give it a name. I'm giving it main. So now I have another branch which has print hello in it. Now, if I want to go back to my other branch, now I get this back. So if I'm working on many things at the same time, or if I want to make a change and I don't want it to reflect in my main code, or if I want to test a change which I which I'm making in the code, I can make a branch, then change in that, then merge it back. Now, since I have a branch here, I can merge it back into the main branch. So here I'm taking main as master. Then there are a few other commands which you can use. That is git remove. It helps you to remove files. And suppose you have a few files which you don't want to keep track of, but you kind of want them, but you don't want them at the same time. You can use git a file called git ignore. So you can create the file. Now the file names that you type in this file won't be tracked by Git. So you can do whatever you want in those files, but they won't be tracked. Suppose I create a new file. Okay, we'll go over to GitHub. In GitHub, you can make a new repository. You can give your repository name. You can name it anything, whatever is available. Then you can click create repository. Now, after this, you can push your code into GitHub. So GitHub is a platform where you can all your code so people can access and collaborate with you. So first you create a remote in which you'll be pushing your code. Currently we don't have any remote, so we'll start by making a remote, and GitHub already provides you what to add. So you can just copy this code. And since most of you already have a main branch, you don't have to use this command. You can push your code using this command, git push -u origin. As you can see, all of your code is here. And this is almost everything that you need to know, need to get started with Git. And now after this, suppose you make changes in your code offline and you want to push it again, you can do that again. You have to go through the same process again, saying git add, git commit, and then git push to the same remote. You can use git status anywhere you want to check what is going to keep track of whatever is happening in between. So suppose you forget to add a file, git status will let you know. And if you make and you want to know what was the change made, you can use git diff. So they'll tell you what and all changes have been made. Okay, that is it for most of the commands. And for pull commands, we'll be starting in a while.
Just a second, guys. Yeah. So now we'll be doing how to do perform a pull request. So what exactly is this pull request? Many times you come across many projects on GitHub, right? We ourselves can make contributions. Like if you see a website, we ourselves can develop a functionality that's not there in that website. And to do such contributions, first we will have to what fork. There's something known as fork. So we have to fork the repository. Forking is nothing but just cloning. But instead of like, but in this case, the repository gets a copy of the repository comes to your account on your GitHub platform. So as you can see on the screen, on the left we have local and remote repositories of the owner, and the on the right we have remote and local repositories of on our computer. Basically, let's say we want to make a common. What we do is we first we fork the repository from the owner to our account, and then we clone it to our account. Yeah, as you can see, it is forking from the owner's remote repository. Forking it creates a copy of that repository to the remote repository on our GitHub platform. After forking, we can just we clone it to our local repository, that is to our computer. Here we in the working directory we make all the contributions. That is, we can develop a feature that was not present, or it can even be fixing a bug, anything like that. And after this, we commit all changes. As you can see, there's another change, the fourth one on the local repository, and then we push back this main branch to the local repository again. And here comes the pull request. Pull request is, as the name suggests, it's like asking the owner to include the changes. The owner may accept the changes made by you, or he may reject it also. As you can see, a pull request is being made, and if the owner likes it, he can accept the pull request. And the updates the main repository also gets updated for the owner. These are some of the important commands for GitHub. Just like we saw in the previous session, git add, commit, and git checkout. And in this session, we saw git push, and also the pull request from another person's remote repository to our repository. The only thing we missed out is git clone. Now we'll see how git clone works. Git clone is when you come across a project, you want to make it yours. That is, you want to work on it, or you want to extract some features from that particular project. Then copying that project directly into your local repository is git clone. Uh, let's say we are making a cafe website, and so for such projects, we can actually search on GitHub. There will be many projects. Many people do work on such projects and upload their repositories. So let's say uh, y- we like this project. As you all can see, it's a beautiful website. And how do we make it ours? That is cloning. So you can go to the click on the code button. You can see the link here. You have the option to copy it for cloning. And then to clone it to our local repository, the command is git clone. And then we have to paste the link that we just copied. In general, in terminal, you need to press Control plus Shift plus V. Control plus V doesn't work. This is a random website that I found today. So as you can see, the repository gets cloned, and by cloning, not just the project, not just the code, but also we can also view the owner's previous commits also. In that way, we have an idea of how the project is made. The working directory where you're cloning it. You have to first go to the working directory and then use the command git clone. Yeah, it gets cloned. A folder gets created in that working directory. Yeah, the loading is completed. Yeah. As you can see, the folder is created. And if I open it and go to this index.html, and if I open it, yes. Now even we can work on this project or a simple website. We can extract the elements that we want. In this way, we can just use git clone to view others projects. Now, at last, we will actually see how branching and merging actually works. So this is the test repository that was created. Let me just make some changes to this. Is git clone working for everyone? As you can see, I have added another line in this file. I'll be committing the changes now.
Is everyone comfortable with all the commands? Okay, that is it for today, guys. Thank you.